Hi, YouTubers. I just wanted to talk about relationships and breakups and like the time afterwards once you break up. Like I'm no relationship expert or nothing, but like I've had my experiences and what I have learned and what I am learning throughout this time. Like I just wanted to share with you because nothing was on here to prepare me. So maybe if I discuss with you what I've learned, maybe you'll know for, when things occur in your life or for your next instance or something, you'll be able to look back on this video like, okay, I can do it that way this time. Okay, so again, thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to talk about basically like things that happen after the breakup. So let's, for instance, say that he breaks up with you. You guys have dated for a while, maybe let's say a year, and he breaks up with you. But now, and okay, the way they break up is he says he wants to be friends, or she says she wants to be friends. Now, here's my issue with that. Being friends with someone is okay, but you don't need to be friends with an ex. There's no need to be friends with the ex-spouse at all. There's plenty of other people that you have not dated that you can be friends with. Number one, why you shouldn't, because it's going to be too difficult separating a friendship from a relationship. Two, the lines will get blurred and you can be misled. For instance, like you guys, okay, let's say you guys are hanging out post breakup and you're laying together or whatever, and because you still have those feelings for him, or he still have those feelings for you, or she still has those feelings for you, or you still have those feelings for her, you guys end up being intimate. So in the end, someone's going to get hurt from that, because there's always going to be one person in that post breakup situation that's not completely over you and is going to assume that it's more than what it really is, which is just an intimate moment together. So the feelings that person still has for you hasn't evaporated or went away just because, you all broke up. Like, it's still there. It's still sensitive. So it's never a good idea to hang out with the ex post breakup so soon, Also, ladies, you have the power. You have the power in this situation. You don't have to hang out with him. Like, let's just say he broke up with you. You have the power to say no, but you can say no in different ways. Like, for instance, I had an ex who would say, I'm lonely, I need something to lay on. What I would say, now this just could be because I'm an Aries, but what I would say is, thank goodness for couches and beds, because you don't want to be the concubine of him or be the person he just takes to bed, and then when you guys stop, you guys separate. That's going to conflict with your emotions and how you feel about this person. It's going to conflict with yourself, and it's going to be harder to dissolve whatever you have going on or to lessen the feelings you have with this person. You know what I'm saying? So you never want to do that. You never want to put yourself in a situation where, okay, if you do this, your feelings are going to be right on your sleeve, and it's going to be a situation where you're going to get hurt. So never put yourself in there. You can always say no. If something is meant to be for you, it's going to inevitably happen for you. Don't worry about what's going on, what happened, he said what, she said what. If you guys are meant to be together, it's going to happen. If you guys aren't meant to be together, don't force nothing. Let things ride. Don't force nothing. Don't set nothing up. Just let things ride. It don't matter what you do or what you don't do, ladies. Just let it ride. It don't matter. Because if something is meant for you, it's going to inevitably be meant for you. Don't matter what people say or what people do. If that person is meant to be with you, you're going to be with that person. And let God do his work. Let God do his work. Don't try to tell God what you want or your plans. God may be clearing that person out of your life for the person you're supposed to be with, your soulmate. So let God do his work. Don't worry about, being sad at the moment. Because, listen, once again, I'm speaking from experience. Don't worry about being sad for the moment or being nervous that you won't get anybody. Honey, when you went in a relationship, you're still fine, you're still cute, you still got your job, you still got your apartment, you still got your car, you still got your money, you still got your clothes, you still got your food, you still got your parents, you know what I'm saying? You still got people around you that love you. Nothing's changed. That person just moved out. You're still a badass, excuse my language, you're still the badass bitch, okay? You still have that in you. You're still that person. You're still the queen of your queendom. You're still that. You're still the princess. It don't matter what that guy says or what he does. He could have did this because he feels incomplete about himself or herself, okay? They do things because they don't feel good about themselves. And they put that pressure and they say things and do things to make you feel worse so that they can feel better, which in the end will never work. Because at the end of the day, they're still going to feel bad about themselves because they never fully address what's wrong with them in the first place. So, again, if you don't address what's wrong with yourself, you're still going to eventually come up on it again in the future. So let them be. You're still going to rise above it all. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody break you. Don't let nobody hurt. You know, you may get hurt, but guess what? You need to adjust to it. Give yourself time to heal and mourn and move on. It doesn't have to be like a year or whatever. Like, give yourself a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks. You may be fine. You never know. Like, sometimes, like, when you're with somebody, it may seem more than what it really is. Like, you may not really feel a certain way about a person that you thought you did. Because once you're out of the bubble, like, you can separate your feelings from what's actually going on. And then sometimes it doesn't even equal anything. Sometimes it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? If real love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't envy, love doesn't boast. Love is forever. It's continuous. Love never ceases. Love never stops. So if you claimed you love this person or were in love with this person, and then the love all of a sudden stops, it was never love in the first place. It was never love. It was fondness for that person. You were never in love. You never loved that person the way you assumed you did. You may have brotherly love for this person, filial love, but it wasn't love. It wasn't being in love with this person. You didn't have those feelings, because if they go away, it never was. It never was. So don't worry about that. God is, just like God sent you that person, God is sending you somebody else. There's like a picture that's circulated on social media. It's of a little girl who has a small teddy bear behind her back. And then I think Jesus is kneeling or something, and he has like an even bigger teddy bear behind her back. And the quote is like, "But God, I love it so much," or "Jesus, I love it so much," something like that. But little does she know, if she just gives that teddy bear, gives it up, God has something bigger and better for you. Your latter days are better than your former. So don't let a temporary feeling determine your entire situation. This is just a season. Sometimes you're supposed to, the thing about seasons are for learning experiences. This is just a season. If this person is only seasonal, let them go. They weren't meant for you. Don't let nobody, and we all do this. We let somebody who's not meant for us, a temporary person, we make a temporary person a permanent person, and they were never meant to be permanent in the first place. They were always supposed to be temporary. You're only just supposed to learn from this person. You're not supposed to be with this person. Sometimes people are just learning experiences. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes, and I'm pretty sure you learn something every time you date somebody. You just have to intake it, like accept it for what it is and move on. Let that person be. It ain't that, I mean, like, it may seem hard and horrible in the beginning, but guess what? God has something even better and greater for you. You know what? And this person may even come back and realize they made a mistake. Especially if you were a good man or good woman to this person, it's not going to be another person out there like you. So don't worry about them finding somebody like you or wanting to be like you. You know, they're never going to find that. Especially if you were a good person. If you were a good woman or a good boyfriend, good girlfriend to this person, they're not going to find that again. So don't worry about that. That's just them stressing. Maybe they're not a good person. Maybe they're not up to the standard you are. Maybe they don't know how to accept that somebody being good to them. You never know. You never know somebody's predicament or situation, like, or they look for things, they pick arguments, they pick fights because they feel incompetent in themselves. Especially if someone gets in a relationship with a whole person. Especially if you're a whole person. They look for things to try to break you down and hurt you. But it ain't going to work, because guess what? When that person goes away, those feelings go away, your personality, your standards, your worth is going to go right back up. Don't worry about that. It's temporary. It's a temporary feeling. Don't you worry. Because God will restore, enlarge your territory, okay? That's all I have to say to you all. I just wanted to pass on my few words of encouragement. And bad situations don't last forever. Trouble don't last always. Everything is temporary. It don't last always. So don't sweat the small stuff. God has something bigger and better. You guys have a great day.